Jack, I feel like since your win in Montreal, this is the fight that we've been like literally the first interview you did was about Islam. So I guess how's it feel to now only be a few days away from finally getting to fight the guy that we've been asking you about since your last fight?
Yeah, I'm super excited. It's obviously a big challenge. One of the best fighters ever in the UFC, so I look forward to testing myself against him.
Another thing you said after your win in Montreal is that you thought that fight was a good kind of test to prepare for Islam. So going back and rewatching that, do you still feel like that, or was that just kind of in the moment you felt like that?
I think it was like a grappler, forward pressure sort of fighter, 5 rounds. So yeah, it was a good test.
And I guess, how's life changed for you since winning the belt compared to expectations? Because a lot of people are chasing that, and then when they get it, they have all these lofty expectations that might not be met. So how's life for you compared to what you thought it would be as champion?
Yeah, nothing's really changed. I've always just looked forward to the next big challenge. Obviously, yeah, as you said, we knew about the fight pretty much straight away. So I was just back to the gym, back to reality, and then chasing another big challenge.
And just, seeing all the interviews you and your team have done is you are extremely confident in this fight. It's like when I beat him, when I knock him out, when I finish him. So I guess what are you seeing from Islam that gives that much confidence that other people haven't been able to crack in there?
I mean, I just believe in myself, believe in the team, trust the process.
And a lot of Islam's past opponents, we always ask them oh, how do you stop the takedown? How do you stop the takedown? And it seems like you and your team are very much well, we might get taken down, but we can get it back up very quickly. Maybe Islam's other opponents are more worried about the takedown and not getting back up. Do you agree with that kind of assessment?
For sure. Going in there 5 rounds with Islam, you got to expect to at least hit the ground at some point. He's battle tested. He's been in there against some of the best guys, so expect to hit the ground, but it's what you can do with that. Obviously, perfect world would be keep him away, not be able to hit the ground, but yeah, we expect a full mixed martial arts battle.
We've also heard that narrative that Islam kind of slows down in the later rounds. Do you think that's kind of a fair assessment, given he did finish Dustin late in the fight and he did go 5 rounds with Volkanovski?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone sort of slows down in 5 rounds, so yeah, we'll trust the game and we'll slow him down.
When do we get the just keep pinging the cunt shirts?
They're out.
Yeah. Can we get them in America, though?
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Jack Rea, when Islam decided to move up in the division, he said he looked at the whole division and he didn't see anybody, didn't give him a tough fight. What's your response to that?
I mean, we'll see. I think, yeah, I've got the skills. I think I think everyone can give people tough fights. I think if he's not expecting a tough fight, he'll be in for a rude awakening.
A lot of people are taking you to win. A lot of the assessments I hear, a lot of people say that the reason why you're going to win is what you did to Belal. They said that Belal fights very similar to Islam. Obviously, they've trained together. Do you think that's a fair assessment?
I think it's a different matchup. I think some things Belal does better than Islam, and there's a lot of things that Islam does better than Belal. So, yeah, we're expecting a tough fight.
Obviously, you've talked to Alex Volkanovski. You're close. I'm assuming he's giving you some tips and everything. Obviously, his first fight was extremely close. A lot of people thought he won. Obviously, without giving away a game plan, is anything that he said particular stood out to you?
No, I mean, we spoke in depth, about went into depth about what Islam's strong at, things he maybe he didn't expect in the fight that he was good at. So, yeah, we came together with the team and sussed out a good game plan.
He was just asked Islam, after he fights you, if he wins, who does he want to defend the belt against? He mentioned Kamaru Usman. Obviously, this card is loaded with other welterweights. If you had a choice, who would you pick?
I mean, it just depends. I guess it sort of depends how the next few weeks play out. Obviously, yeah, I think after the next 14 days, the top 5 will look a lot different. So we'll see who prevails with the cleanest performance.
And my last question, obviously, you're here, Madison Square Garden, doesn't get bigger than that. You're going against, superstar in Islam Makhachev. A lot of people believe he's the pound-for-pound best. You beat him. I mean, what's better than that? How can you top that?
Yeah, I know. It's a big challenge in a pretty iconic spot. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited to go out there and leave some of myself in MSG.
Jack, over here to your right. You faced off with Islam the other day. What did you just make of his size and how he's added the weight for welterweight?
Not much. It's hard to sort of gauge. We're on top of a building. I was pretty freaked out about that, so it was hard to sort of gauge too much.
Are you afraid of heights?
A little bit.
A lot made with Islam coming in here. You know, his shot for history, 2 belts, Anderson Silva's winning streak and everything. Today is the 32-year anniversary of UFC 1. For you, I'm sure you want to be one of the all-time greats as well. How important is winning this fight into what you want to make your career into?
Yeah, massive legacy fight, you know, one of the best guys ever. Regardless of the result, he will go down as one of the greats. So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty good scalp on the resume.
And I get the sense you don't care what anyone outside of your camp and yourself thinks and their opinions on this fight, but you're the betting underdog. But a lot of the fighters, you know, today at Media Day and interviews are picking you to win this fight. What do you think the fighters are seeing about you that maybe the fans or the people betting are missing?
I feel like the fighters always tend to lean towards the champion, so not really paying too much attention.
Jack, way in the back. I wanted to ask you about the statement where you had said that you were coming for his pound-for-pound spot. Obviously, there's so much on the line in this fight, the championship belt, the name, the pound-for-pound spot, all that stuff. But, like, where do you rank all these different things? Like, what do you want the most out of this victory?
I mean, just to retain my belt, like, it doesn't really matter. I guess the pound-for-pound is very subjective. It doesn't really mean much. So just going in there, get the win over Islam is the number one goal.
And for you, the 2 blemishes that you have on your record, they were the first 2 pro fights. I feel like a lot of people, it'd be easy to give up back then and kind of say, maybe I'm not a fighter, et cetera, et cetera. But look where you're at now. So I guess how proud are you of the fact that you stayed consistent, you kept fighting after that tough, rough start to your career?
Yeah, it was sort of a no-brainer. I still loved training, still wanted to compete more, so... Yeah, I guess there was a lot riding on that third fight. Maybe if that had have gone different, it would be a different story. But, yeah, just sort of still loved the sport, trusted the team, so just stuck at it.
And last question. Obviously, like you said, you are the betting underdog, but there's a hell of a lot of people who expect you to win this fight. So I want to ask you, what's the roller coaster like of being a guy who was counted out, being doubted against Bilal, winning that fight, and now being a guy... Obviously, there are, you know, the underdog thing, but there's so many people that believe in you now. So what's that roller coaster like of that change?
I mean, I still feel like I'm the underdog. I still have that underdog mentality. I feel like I've got everything to prove, so not much has changed. I mean, I enjoy the underdog role, so...
Thank you, man.
One last question, please. Yeah, Jack, over here on your left. Circling back to Volkanovski, how important would it be for you to get to avenge his couple of losses to Islam? Can you talk a little bit more about your relationship with him?
Yeah, Volk's the man. He's obviously an inspiring character for an Australian. He's one of Australia's greatest athletes, I believe. So, yeah, just be able to know him, call him a friend, and be able to watch him train is inspiring for me, and definitely shows the level like where you need to put yourself to get to the heights that he's got to.
And then lastly, so much of these questions and so much of this week has been about Islam. Have you appreciated that? Is that nice for you that some of the spotlight is maybe taken off of you in your first defense and he kind of has more of the pressure going into Saturday night?
Yeah, I like that. It's good.
Just one over here. So you're a very, very good champion. A lot of people didn't believe you could win the title. You want to win this fight, whatever happens. I wanted to ask you about the other welter guys, because this week and the other one is like seems that the best guy will be the next. We are from Ecuador. I wanted to know, what do you think about Michael Morales, and if you see him as a potential number one?
Yeah, for sure. He's a big, strong, powerful guy, so you got to respect that. And yeah, I expect him to definitely be. Yeah, it'll be an interesting fight, him and Brady. It's an interesting one. We'll see what happens.
Thank you so much.